Right, so we've been talking a lot about wrestling shoot interviews recently and some of the craziest and most heated wrestling shoot interviews of all time, but it had me thinking about other kinds of forms of media that wrestlers have appeared on and what were some of the most heated moments and most meltdown moments in those. I'm talking about appearances on TV shows, radio shows, meet and greets, conventions, just stuff that isn't your typical shoot interview, so that's exactly what we're looking at today. We're looking at some of the craziest wrestler meltdowns of all time, outside of the ring of course, and outside of the shoot interview booth. So like the video as we talk about the first entry on this list, which is actually something that happened very recently. So earlier this year there was a GCW show called GCW Up All Night. It took place on January 31st, and it featured a real life altercation between wrestlers Joey Janela and Dylan Bostic. And the reason we know that this altercation took place is because Dylan Bostic himself would post the video of it.
Hey, hey! Get his ass! Get his ass! Oh, shit. Come on, let's go. Come on. Hey, let's go. No. Come on, let's go. Come on. Let's respectability. Stop recording. Get the fuck out of the way. Let's take over. You're done, right? You're done, right? Hey. I did. Pick him up, throw him out. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of the way. Get the fuck out. Move down.
The video is great because everyone around seems really confused, including Megan Bain, who seems to think this is some kind of work or some kind of angle, but no, it's not. And you can see all the wrestlers going in to break up the fight, and apparently, according to reports, Calvin Tankman would take Dylan Bostic out the building himself. And yeah, the reason that this fight took place was because I believe it was back in 2020, Dylan Bostic made a post kind of complaining about some problem he had with AEW after doing some extra work for them, and he caught major heat for this because he posted it around the time that Brody Lee had passed away, and it was just the wrong time to post something like that. The post is deleted, but you can still see the replies from wrestlers such as Britt Baker, who responded to him alluding to his tweets. And Dylan Bostic would tweet out alleged DMs from Joey Janela, who knows if these are real or not, where Joey calls him a pussy and says it's on site, and that they're going to fight somewhere when he sees them, but he doesn't get booked anywhere. And then obviously in big 2025, we would see that altercation finally take place at a random GCW event. And funnily enough, this isn't the only time that Joey Janela has got into a real life fight with another wrestler. He got into a real life fight with Enzo Amore, infamously at a Blink-182 concert. And the video that came out of the fight is just absolutely awful.
I'll whoop his ass, boy. I'll whoop your drunk ass, boy. Pussy boy, I ain't you want back up, boy. You want back up. Get your guy, dude. Get your guy. He's good. Get your guy. He's good. Come on. Get his good. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing really, happens at all, and apparently afterwards, Enzo Amore, approached Joey Janela the next time he saw him and says how they did such a great job and how they made themselves viral out of this moment, but Joey was like, nah bro, I was drunk and thought we were actually fighting. And it's something I mentioned in my last video that many wrestlers had no idea how to differentiate the real Enzo Amore from his wrestling character, and that kind of just further proves it. But for the next entry on this list, we've been talking a lot about wrestlers going on Howard Stern recently, and one of my favorite Howard Stern and wrestler kind of moments was the stuff with Booker T that they did. The Booker T saga on Howard Stern is different to a typical Howard Stern wrestler interview like the one we saw with Goldust or Triple H or John Cena. So what actually happened was Booker T went on The Weakest Link and he had a really poor performance, laughably bad. And so Howard Stern would send one of his reporters called Stuttering John, who his entire job was just to go troll celebrities and interviews. He'd send him to a Booker T meet and greet story, and he'd start giving him like this simple trivia questions, and it was really agitating Booker T because he didn't know the answer to these questions he was asking. And it gets to a point where he reveals he's doing it for the Howard Stern show, and Booker kind of says he disagrees with Howard Stern and the things he does, such as berating and belittling women, which Howard Stern calls back at Booker T saying, bro, you literally work for the WWE where bra and panties match happens.
Remember a couple of weeks ago, The Weakest Link had one of those celebrity weakest links, and there was a guy named Booker T who was on there. He couldn't answer the simplest question.
Oh, geez.
No disrespect intended. He came off really bad. So I said to John, Booker T was signing something. I said, go down there. Let the guy redeem himself. Ask him a couple of simple questions.
Oh, that's what you did.
Yeah. So Booker T got pissed.
Oh, boy.
Here's Stuttering John with Booker T.
How you doing? Stuttering John. Nice to meet you.
Why you ain't stuttering, man?
Not yet, but maybe I will be in a little while. This is for WXRK Radio, E! Entertainment Television. How are you, man?
Good, man. Good.
Just a few questions. Do you think The Weakest Link was a hard show?
Actually, it's harder than people think it is, because you're under pressure. You got to think on your feet. And it's just you got to be in your element. So it's a pretty hard show.
Yeah, I know you didn't have like the greatest time on the show, but let's prove that's a fluke, right?
Oh yeah, it's a fluke.
So let me ask you, what state has the abbreviation NY?
New York.
See, let's prove this is. What company did Bill Gates create?
What did he create? I really don't know that one.
Okay.
What is it?
Microsoft.
Microsoft, okay.
What state is Hillary Clinton a senator of?
What state is it? Arkansas?
What's that?
Arkansas?
Very good. What state did the New Orleans...
Wait a minute.
Oh, come on, Booker.
So now Booker T rips up John's question.
He takes the question.
Yes.
Yeah, he got pissed. I was just trying to help the guy out, but I didn't realize he didn't know where Hillary Clinton was from.
The first half of his name is Book, and I don't think I've ever read one.
But he got really pissed off. And
come on.
Get him the hell out of here, because I'm not here to answer all these stupid questions.
No, this is like The Weakest Link.
No, this is
stupid questions.
What's with the stupid questions?
Stupid answer.
not The Weakest Link.
Oh, Booker, aren't you a Howard Stern fan?
No, I'm not a Howard Stern fan. Actually, I'm not.
Oh, why?
Because he's off into degrading women.
The WWF doesn't degrade women.
No. They have underwear wrestling for women.
How's he gonna attack me for degrading women?
No.
And that's something I'm not off into.
Well, we love women.
Oh, I don't think so. I think you love degrading women.
Really?
Yes.
Is that the only...
What about Vince McMahon?
It's probably just degrading women. That's something that he's good at. That's something that he's made a living at doing for quite some time.
Well,
I've degraded a lot of men, dude.
you know Robin?
Robin who?
Quivers. She's on the show.
Yeah, the female? Yes,
Yeah,
I've seen her.
I mean, she's a woman.
And she has to make a living also.
I didn't realize you weren't a fan, because we really support WWE.
Well, I mean, maybe you may support WWE, but I don't support Howard Stern.
So you don't want me to ask you any more of these questions? This is fun.
Not any more of those stupid questions.
Any of those kind of? Like, let me ask you. You know how many sides to an octagon?
You got balls.
I'll kill you.
Weren't you afraid?
I thought he was gonna kill it, Robin. I swear to God, the guy's like huge. I swear, I thought he was gonna punch me.
7.
You don't like me that much, do you?
I don't like you at all.
8 seconds.
You're not gonna kick my ass or anything.
I'm getting close to kicking your ass.
Let me ask you one more, then I'm done. I promise. Okay? What does www stand for? Like, when it says like www.cbs.com.
I'm not computer literate.
All right. Well, listen, Book. I'm sorry you didn't like us. But do you still hate Howard?
I didn't say I hated him.
Do you
I don't hate anyone.
Do you still hate me?
I don't hate you either.
You still dislike Howard?
I just like what he represents.
And yeah, a few months later, Booker T does go on the Howard Stern show, and it's super intense because they all think Booker T is going to beat up Stuttering John because Booker openly says he has beef with him. They even lock him in a separate part of the studio, but the two, they make amends and it's all fine. And the interview with Booker T isn't super exciting. I think the best part of Booker T on Howard Stern was definitely the stuff with the weakest link and all that is just pretty hilarious, I can't lie. And I did try to say this in my last video, but I messed up the editing. But if you guys do want to see more Howard Stern wrestler stuff and maybe a standalone video, then maybe, shall we say, like 1,000 likes on this video, and I'll do that, maybe. But for the final entry on this list, this is something I've wanted to mention on the channel for a while, and I finally have an excuse to do so, because the reason why Jim Ross got fired from WWE in 2014 is just crazy to look back on. So some of you might know this story already, but during SummerSlam weekend, I believe it was, they were promoting WWE 2K14, the upcoming 2K game, obviously, for the time. And this would have been 2013, not 2014, sorry, because it would have been the previous year. But they hosted like this panel promoting the game and promoting 30 years of WrestleMania. It's being hosted by Jim Ross. You've got Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Paul Heyman, Mick Foley, and of course, Ric Flair, who turned up to this event super drunk. He had been on the drinks, been on the bevs, and this was a pretty bad time for Ric Flair emotionally at that time because his son had just passed away, and it was probably way too soon for him to be making a public appearance. But yeah, he shows up to this drunk and ends up being the show stealer. He's the life of the party here, and the crowd are just absolutely loving Ric Flair and his drunk stories and his drunk antics during this show. Everything about this panel is so boring other than what Ric Flair is doing, and the crowd are just loving it.
I think they thought Andre the Giant was hosting this tonight. I'm a little shorter and fatter. And this is Snapple.
Wow,
Dolph is not wearing any underwear. I don't know how I got that, but I think it was on Twitter.
I told you that in confidence, JR.
Sorry. I'm old. A little sidebar here. Ray let me borrow his mask last night. My wife was frightened.
Did you use it in the proper way?
I did. But we had that full-length mirror in our room, and it was scary. Hell, it scared me, Ray. I'm telling you. And I've seen it all. Our next guest, who in the hell would say this? Our next guest needs no introduction. Would I ever say that in my... Okay, but I'll be damned if I won't give it to him anyway. Hey, take my wife, please. I've lost complete control of my job. I'm sure I will never be asked back, and this has probably destroyed what career I had left.
And by the way, I introduced Jim Ross to his wife. We go way back. Charleston, West Virginia. We were so drunk, we were all... we got on the airplane.
There's a gentleman here didn't get to talk about what WrestleMania meant to him.
You saved me for last. No. I'm the showstopper.
Mick, it's called Hot Tag.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You let me book the match here? Okay.
I thought
Since Mick screwed up my hot tag and my big moment.
I mean, guys, I wrestled in front of 200,000 people in North Korea. I've been in Japan 69 times. 69 times.
Okay, no, there's no subliminal information on that 69.
No, I'm just saying that.
All right, well.
Jer,
yeah.
Let's go get a crown. Let's go.
Well, we're almost done.
Actually, my biggest match, though, was against Shawn Michaels. That's okay.
We're going to get to that.
You know, my Shawn Michaels match when I retired, I got what he's making reference to. It was me, Dave Bautista, and Randy Orton, WrestleMania, the 20th anniversary, against him and The Rock. Are you kidding? We stole it. You shit me? Nobody could follow that shit. You think Goldberg did it? I mean, give me a break. Nobody could follow that match. You kidding me? The Rock was doing this shit. I was doing my shit. Mick was rolling on the thumbtacks. We stole it. Hell, I'm going to the bar, Jim. Let's go.
Well, that was interesting. How about you, Mick? Anything special you want on your wish list?
Yes.
Because you're a Santa Claus loving, sleigh riding, elf kissing, mistletoe belt buckle wearing son of a gun.
But
go ahead, do what you want. Say what you want to say. I don't give a shit.
In that case.
I'd like to thank Grey Goose for sponsoring this portion of the broadcast.
But I go to Cena. I said, "You're the world champion. You got to buy drinks, you know." He said, I don't drink. I said, good luck with that shit. Or I want to wrestle Stone Cold. Stone Cold ain't going to hurt his neck with me. I don't even fly him air.
I'm wrestling you tomorrow in a hotel room doing my podcast.
The podcast.
Must listen to. Good boy.
Good boy. And Stone Cold, 3 hours over here in my room. Good luck with that one. Woo! And Steve's bringing 3 cases of beer. What the hell?
I came looking for a couple of plugs for the show, but this is ridiculous.
No,
I think we're turning your podcast heel.
Hey, we're going to plug that baby all night long. Wait till I get to the bar tonight. I didn't start it yet. Hey, who could work for WCW and not drink? You give me a break. Good Lord. Oh, my God.
And Rick and I had not only a few matches, we had a classic.
We stole it, brother.
We stole it
twice.
Times.
We stole it at SummerSlam for WWE, and we stole it for that company, whatever it's called, TNA. You kidding me? He lets me smack him. Undertaker, just relatively a few, you know. Hey, Bret Hart, do we have to do that? Sorry, Bret. Yeah, it's only 2 like that. In San Antonio one night, Bret Hart goes, it's a dark match. Please don't chop me. I said, okay. Okay, hello.
All right. Okay, now.
Don't get me going. I'm a wealth of entertainment.
Daniel Bryan. Save my ass. Soundbite. Who's your dream opponent at WrestleMania?
I honestly feel like I don't belong up here.
Hey, Daniel. Hey, Daniel.
What the hell?
41 years, you can only imagine. Hey, 41 years of wrestling Brody and Blackjack, you can imagine how I feel about you being up here. Good Lord. I'll move. Yeah, here's the greatest. Kurt Hennig goes, you got to hear the story. So, I got to tell this story, it's the greatest. So Kurt, no, I'll do Kurt. I'll move. I swear to God, I'll move. Hey, Charleston, West Virginia, all night. We get on the airplane, and I think the chick is hitting on me. She's hitting on him, right? Then she tells this joke, and they're out of food, so Jim and I drink Bloody Marys for an hour and a half back to Atlanta. His wife is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. But, I mean, she needs lens grafters, right? Let's go with it, right? Let's get that figured out. Ric Flair in my prime, or him, are you shitting me? I was wrecked. Good Lord.
Yeah,
I just saw her today. She's the greatest. At my age, I'm ready to go. But I have a cosmetic issue, right? And I look like shit, okay? So, the human jellyfish.
If this makes a television show, can you imagine what the internet and the dirt sheets are going to say about this shit?
Yeah. I love it. Good Lord.
Considered I've lost
Nobody get married out here, please. It's overrated. If you're even entertaining the thought of your partner you're with tonight and you're thinking about getting married, throw it out. It's overrated. And don't live with her longer than the statute of limitations, okay? You got to pay her anyway.
Thank you, Dr. Phil. After this train wreck is over and we are able to get the ambulances here for the bodies, the casualties, we're going to do one-on-one interviews. We are going to, God forbid, have more beverages and great food.
And yeah, as a result, it was Jim Ross who actually got punished for this. He would depart WWE a month later due to contract expiry, which he said was his own decision, but many people believe that it was because of this panel here. and the fact that WWE thought he wasn't able to keep it under control. There was talk that he had appeared intoxicated to this event as well, but that was never substantiated, though he did make criticisms and remarks towards sponsors for WWE on this panel, and that obviously caused trouble. But yeah, if this is the reason that JR got fired, he definitely should not have got fired, because this was an awesome panel. Ric Flair really stole the show here. It was great. JR, even during the press conference panel, is even like, oh god, this is definitely going to lose my job. He even acknowledges it on the mic. But yeah, I disagree with him losing his job over this if that was the case. But yeah, that's it for me and all the moments I've chosen for today's video. So if you did enjoy this video, then be sure to smash the like button, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Subscribe, notifications on so you never miss a video on the channel. Goodbye, and keep on rolling.